Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something real today. Something that can change your life if you really hear it. Every single one of you was born with a gift. I don't care where you come from, what your background is, how much money you got or don't got. God did not make a single person by accident. If you woke up breathing this morning, that means your story is not finished yet. Your gift is the thing you do the best with the least amount of effort. It's the thing that makes you feel alive. And here's the truth most people miss: your gift is not for you. Your gift is for the world. When you ignore it, when you bury it, when you're too scared to chase it, you're robbing the world of what only you can give. Every single person listening to me right now has a gift, whether you recognize it yet or not. That gift is not random and it's not optional. It was placed inside you on purpose, and it showed up before fear did, before doubt did, before people told you what you couldn't be. Your gift is the thing that feels natural to you, the thing you do so well that you almost underestimate it because it feels easy. That's usually where people mess up. They think if it's easy, it can't be valuable. But that's the truth. Your gift feels easy to you because it was designed for you. Somebody else would struggle doing what comes naturally to you, and that's how you know it matters. Too many people spend their whole lives chasing money instead of purpose, not realizing that when you walk in your gift, the money eventually follows. You were never created just to pay bills and die. There is something inside you that solves a problem, inspires someone, teaches something, or brings light where it's missing. When you ignore that gift, you feel frustrated, tired, and unfulfilled even if things look okay on the outside. That emptiness is your spirit reminding you that you were made for more than just surviving. Your gift is also connected to your pain. A lot of times, the thing you've been through is the thing that qualifies you to help someone else. The struggle didn't come to break you, it came to shape you. The lessons you learned, the nights you cried, the moments you almost gave up, all of that adds weight to your gift. That's why your story matters. Somebody out there needs to hear it, see it, or feel it through what you do. But they'll never get it if you stay silent and play small. Here's the hard part. Walking in your gift requires courage. People won't always understand it. Some will doubt you. Some will mock you. Some will try to talk you out of it because your courage makes them uncomfortable with their own fear. That doesn't mean you're wrong. That means you're growing. Your responsibility is not to convince everyone. Your responsibility is to be obedient to what was placed inside you. You don't need to know every step. You just need to stop running from the one you're standing on right now. Use what you have where you are with who you are. The gift grows as you use it. Confidence comes after action, not before it. The moment you decide to honor your gift, your life starts to align differently. Opportunities appear, doors open, and even setbacks begin to teach instead of defeat you. Your gift is proof that your life has meaning, and the world is waiting on the version of you that finally decides to use it. Failure is one of the most misunderstood parts of success, and it's the reason so many people never reach their full potential. From the moment something goes wrong, people label themselves as defeated, as if one loss has the power to define an entire life. But failure is not a life sentence, and it is not a sign that you are incapable. Failure is feedback. It is information. It shows you what doesn't work so you can get closer to what does. Every time you fall short, you are being trained, not punished. Most people want success without the process, but the process is where strength is built. You don't develop patience, discipline, or wisdom by winning all the time. You learn those things when life knocks you down and you have to decide whether you're going to stay there or get back up. The pain of failing hurts, but it also sharpens you. It forces you to look at yourself honestly, to adjust your habits, your mindset, and your approach. That discomfort is growth in disguise. The problem is not failing, the problem is quitting. When you quit, you cancel the lesson, you stop the development, you walk away just before things start to change. Many people were one more attempt away from a breakthrough, but fear convinced them they were finished. Fear will tell you that failing means you're not good enough, that you should try something safer, something smaller. but playing it safe rarely leads to anything meaningful. Greatness always comes with risk. Every successful person you admire has a long relationship with failure. They didn't avoid it, they learned how to survive it. They learned how to fail without losing their identity. They understood that who they are is bigger than what happened to them. A failed business does not mean you are a failure. A missed opportunity does not mean you missed your destiny. It just means that particular door was not the one meant to open. Failure also builds humility. It teaches you that you don't know everything and that you need help, guidance, and sometimes patience. It keeps you grounded so that when success comes, you can handle it. Without failure, success would ruin you. You would lack appreciation, gratitude, and empathy for others still struggling. What matters most is how you respond after you fail. Do you let it harden you or teach you? Do you let it stop you or strengthen you? When you choose to stand back up, even with doubt in your heart, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the moment that tried to break you. Each time you rise, you carry more wisdom than before. Failure doesn't end the journey. It prepares you for the version of success you're not ready for yet. Faith is one of those words people love to say, but very few truly live by. A lot of people believe faith means waiting, sitting still, hoping something will magically change. But real faith is movement. Faith is action. Faith is getting up every day and doing the work even when you don't feel confident, even when the outcome is unclear, even when fear is talking louder than hope. Faith is not about being comfortable. It's about being committed. If you already knew how everything was going to turn out, you wouldn't need faith. You would just need a plan. Faith steps in when the plan runs out. It asks you to move without proof, to trust without guarantees. That's uncomfortable for most people because we want certainty before effort. We want results before risk. But life doesn't work that way. The biggest breakthroughs happen when you decide to move forward without having all the answers. Faith doesn't remove fear. It teaches you how to walk while fear is present. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's choosing not to let fear make your decisions. Every time you take a step despite fear, your faith grows stronger. And the more you move, the clearer the path becomes. You don't see the whole staircase. You just see enough for the next step. And that step is always enough. A lot of people pray for opportunities but refuse to prepare for them. They ask for blessings but won't change their habits. Faith requires alignment. Your actions have to match what you say you believe. You can't ask for growth and keep avoiding challenges. You can't ask for success and keep choosing comfort. Faith demands that you show up differently, think differently, and work differently. There will be moments when it feels like nothing is happening. You're putting in effort, staying consistent, doing the right things, and still not seeing results. That's where most people quit. But that's also where faith is doing its deepest work. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean progress isn't being made. Seeds grow underground long before they break the surface. Faith trusts the process even when the evidence hasn't appeared yet. Action activates faith. When you move, resources move. When you step out, doors respond. Opportunities don't chase people who wait. They respond to people who move. Even the wrong step teaches you something. Even a setback gives you direction. Standing still teaches you nothing. Faith also requires patience. Not everything happens on your timeline. Sometimes you're being prepared for what you asked for. If it came too early, it would crush you. Faith allows you to trust that delay is not denial, that the wait has a purpose. When you combine belief with action, something powerful happens. You stop asking, what if it doesn't work? And start asking, what if it does? You stop waiting for confidence and start building it through movement. Faith doesn't guarantee an easy journey, but it guarantees growth. And every step you take in faith brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. The people you surround yourself with have more influence over your future than you realize. Your environment shapes your thoughts, your habits, and eventually your results. If you're constantly around negativity, doubt, and small thinking, it becomes harder to dream big even if you were born with ambition. This is why protecting your vision is not selfish, it's necessary. Not everyone deserves access to your dreams, especially people who have already given up on theirs. When you decide to grow, when you decide to change your life, resistance shows up fast. Sometimes it doesn't come from strangers, it comes from people you love. They question your choices, remind you of your past, and tell you to be realistic. What they often mean is, don't make me uncomfortable by changing. Your growth forces others to confront what they avoided, and not everyone is ready for that. That doesn't make them bad people, but it does mean you have to be careful about whose voices you allow to guide you. Negative environments drain energy. They make you doubt yourself before you even try. They normalize complaining and discourage effort. Over time, you start to believe that dreaming is pointless and trying is foolish. That's why some people never leave the same situation they complain about for years. They're surrounded by people who talk about problems but never solutions. You cannot rise in an environment that rewards fear and punishes ambition. Protecting your environment doesn't always mean cutting people off. Sometimes it means setting boundaries. Sometimes it means limiting what you share. Dreams are fragile in the early stages. Before they are strong, they need silence, focus, and belief. Sharing them with the wrong people can kill them before they ever have a chance to grow. Not everyone needs to understand your vision. They just need to see the results later. You also have to become aware of the environments you choose daily, what you listen to, what you watch, what you feed your mind. Motivation, discipline, and confidence don't come from nowhere. They're built from repeated exposure to the right ideas and attitudes. If you constantly consume doubt, fear becomes normal. If you surround yourself with growth, progress becomes possible. Sometimes growth requires distance. Distance from habits that keep you stuck. Distance from conversations that go nowhere. Distance from comfort zones that feel safe but limit your future. That distance can feel lonely, but loneliness is often the price of transformation. It's temporary. Staying stuck lasts much longer. As you grow, your circle will change. Some people will fall away naturally. New people will enter who understand your drive, respect your discipline, and support your vision. That's not betrayal, that's evolution. You are allowed to outgrow places, mindsets, and even relationships. Your environment should challenge you, not trap you. It should inspire you, not drain you. The moment you take control of what surrounds you, you take control of where you're going. Protect your dreams until they're strong enough to protect you.